Previously on Eugene's A Traveling Drummer's Diary.
This is very dear.
Рим отлично. Работаем как проклятые.
Buongiorno. Tour adventures, type of shit you can't even make up.
Hi, I'm Johnny Knoxville. Welcome to Jackass.
Hello everyone, I'm Eugene and welcome back to another episode of the Traveling Drummer's Diary saga. With this video, we will conclude the European part of the Vital Remains 2016 EU-Mexican tour. Next up, gig number 16, Drachten, Netherlands. After my near-death experience the day before, the only thing that was keeping me alive was some good old drugs. I had the devil's own luck to have the tour ending in the Netherlands where the hospitality is top-notch.
The venue looks really cool.
As if the tour booker knew I would be literally dying in the end, so he spoiled me in order to keep me alive. The Iduna is an exceptionally luxurious venue capable of hosting up to 600 guests. Nice big room with a merch table in the back, direct access from the parking lot to the stage which is big enough for 2 backlines, no more freaking out like in Bologna. Great lights and amazing stage sound. Performing here was pure pleasure. Speaking of which, I recall I made a drum cam during this show of a new Vital song. But unfortunately, as of 2021, the song is still unreleased, so I was reluctant to post the video. Behind the stage, a staircase leading to the basement with the dressing rooms which were super cool, had all sorts of pleasures including gummy bears as my much needed cold medicine. There were multiple showers which eliminated any possible shower traffic jams. We had another separate room with more sweet poison and clean bathrooms, as well as it featured some oh so comfy IKEA furniture with cozy pillows. Fresh towels and fresh deli tray upon arrival, of course, accompanied by some real royal Dutch feast for dinner in the evening. Steamed veggies, pasta,
Some KFC.
meatballs, potato wedges, rice, salads, you name it.
Hello, thank you very much for the meal.
Tip number 73. Complimenting the venue chef takes you nothing and leaves an overall good impression of your band's visit.
Turns out this level of treatment was a normal thing, and no wonder considering the legends this venue hosted.
Das ist der DJ Podolstak, Junge!
No doubt about it, a 5-star hotel venue deserves a top score.
Legendary.
Yep, nothing short of a legendary place. Let's head south next to our only gig in France.
Did you just wake up? There's like no breakfast. You want to share the sandwich? No onions. Are you okay? Yeah. No problem. Bonjour, madame and monsieur. We're in France. At least the weather is beautiful. I was late for breakfast. I managed to grab the last
Sandwich.
camembert, cheese, some ham, salami, and some prosciutto, which you cannot see, and cherry tomatoes. Awesome.
These futuristic-looking gallery venues are a very promising sight to behold. Approaching them always brightens my day knowing I'm in for a treat.
Hello, Scotty. Enjoying the sun? Oh, more food. Amazing. Bonjour, madame.
Hello. How are your ears?
Bad. But I hear everything you think about me.
Oh,
There's more breakfast.
more breakfast.
If you missed, as I did.
You know what else you missed?
What?
Load-in.
I did not.
I did not.
I've been carrying some stuff.
Why do you follow me everywhere I fucking go?
We had our nice private interrogation room.
Well, like, you know, when they're gonna come in and interrogate you?
You can never know who's on the other side of that mirror.
Exactly.
Hello.
Hi there.
Hello.
How are you? How are you?
Le Gulag has a nice stage and a capacity of about 360 attendees. Despite my sickness, I recall it was a nice show. One of the things we traveling musicians are blessed with, in my opinion, is to absorb other cultures. We have the opportunity to teach and being taught by others wonderful things on the road. For example, broadening our vocabularies with poetic phrases.
I don't give a f*** if there's 5 people or 500 people. Let's pull off a f***ing wall of death right f***ing now. F*** this bullshit.
But sometimes the reaction to this cultural overdose misfires, which leads to slight miscommunications.
Je suis au regret de vous informer que j'ai épuisé l'étendue de mon français. Cependant, je crois savoir que vous parlez un anglais tout à fait correct, n'est-ce pas?
Oui. Leave the lights on. We can't see shit. Turn the back lights on so we can see what we're playing, please. On stage so the guitar players can see the necks of their guitars. The lights behind the stage that you just turned off. No, the other ones. Thank you.
Bravo.
All right, for like the 3rd time. His guitar does not go in this monitor. Take it out.
Tip number 74. As a drummer, consider yourself lucky not having a mic to explain your technical stage request to a foreign language speaking sound engineer.
It's been about 9 years since his band has released an album, and I'm very proud to say that this December we will finally be in the recording studio getting this motherfucker done, and next year there will be a brand new Vital Remains album. We promise you. This is called In a World Without Brand New Vital Remains album.
This one also deserves a 5 out of 5 Michelin stars. The venue is amazing.
Legendary.
Time to go back to the Netherlands one last time for the final gig on the Venom Inc. leg of the tour. Alright guys, Leiden, Netherlands, the last night all 5 bands get together on this tour. It's always a time of bitter farewells, collective selfies, and let's stay in touch forever promises.
Okay, I was expecting something worse. Yeah.
Let's take a look at the venue. The back door was leading upstairs to the catering room, which also had a nice terrace as well as a separate smoking area inside. This place also offers some exciting entertainment for your kids while you're smoking your lungs away. An insanely vast selection of all kinds of sustenance, including both healthy and less healthy options. F your vitamins, give Eugene his well-deserved candy. We had separate dressing rooms located upstairs, which were not too big, but very nice. They were all equipped with these dope Marshall fridges packed with booze.
Tip number 75. Make sure to turn up the gain knob to 11 to keep the gear cool and refreshing.
Loading the gear into the building was possible through the access of this hangar kinda entrance in the back.
I can't open it. There's no doorknob here. No, I'm not lying. Of course I am.
This tunnel led to a big room right behind the stage where all the backline was.
Hey, paparazzi. Yeah. Let's work. Yeah, I need to sample the second kit. I will. Tomorrow.
The main room looked absolutely stunning. As you know, this was my very first big tour and this particular venue has left a lasting impression on me.
Is Brian gonna jump again from the balcony? Короче, мы сегодня играем в театре большом.
Место крутое реально.
If I could give this Bolshoi Theater 6 stars, I totally would. Top score without a doubt.
Legendary.
Unfortunately, as of 2021, I still haven't had the chance to revisit this Titanic. I'm looking forward to performing there again more than Christmas. After the last gig, some of us went to the closest still open pub for a few drinks as a modest goodbye party. But nothing super crazy like
Being on Nurgle.
I want to give a huge shout out to Flaming Arts for booking the tour and Alex for taking care of us on the road, as well as Desecrator, Nervo Chaos, Mortuary Drape and Venoming for being super cool people. I had a blast. That's one for the books, as they say. Incredible first time experience for me, not without hardships as you saw. Unfortunately, it is also time for me to part ways with the severely urine-soaked but cozy Nightliner bus. But worry not, we will ride the same one again in 2018 on the Belfagor Malakish tour in future vlogs. So after everyone came back to the bus, we drove to the airport in Amsterdam, which was fairly close. All of the bands had a hotel booked nearby to spend the night before taking their flights home, including us, with the only difference that our place for the night was called Schiphol Amsterdam Airport. Not really impressed with the beds this place had to offer, we tried to rebook our hotel upon arrival. But of course, contacting the tour booker at 3 AM was futile, so we had to wait for our flight till next day 4 PM. For some bizarre reason, I felt like exploring or something, so I went looking for a bathroom. Since I knew I won't be able to rest properly till the next gig, I also had to stock up on some much unneeded calories.
Krulu.
After my hotel dinner, it was time to make my bed, which I skillfully crafted from some couches and chairs. Unfortunately, our rest at this cafeteria was interrupted soon because apparently they got a serious anti-hobo policy. After we got kicked out, we moved to the regular pre-made beds. Around 7 in the morning, some janitor dude forced me to sit up saying it's not allowed to lay down on the benches. No matter. With my engineer perk, I made a new bed out of our guitar and suitcases. This way, not only it's more comfortable to lay down, but also my heavy legs protected our gear from being stolen. Not taking a shower that night after the show gave my feet some serious thief repellent.
Tip number 76. If you fall asleep in the airport, make sure to protect your belongings at all costs, even if it means taking off your shoes to scare away potential predators.
Spending 14 hours in the airport waiting for your flight on a continuous no days off tour? Checked. Oversized luggage? Checked. To accumulate strength and increase my chances for survival, I try to continue taking short naps whenever I can. Alright guys, so from now on the regular kind of underground metal van touring starts. The conditions are very similar to what I've shown you in the Vital Remains EU Summer Festival tour in 2017, minus the open air festivals of course. So to avoid content redundancy, you can just rewatch the Traveling Drummer's Diary episodes 9, 10, 11 to get the vibe. And for this video, I'll just try to show you the most important and interesting highlights. Upon landing in Spain, I discovered some of my equipment being damaged either even before or during our flight. Back in 2016, I didn't know shit about packing my stuff. Make sure you check out my tutorial for traveling tips. Each night we played, we had a decent sized crowd ranging anywhere between 50 and maybe 250 people. The conditions were fairly modest, so no sold out arenas, playing mostly small pub-like local metal venues. The usual snacking catering with after party cold pizza. In addition to this, one of my favorites on this tour, the famous Spanish dry cured ham sandwiches. They helped me big time channeling some serious hamon energy to survive this bizarre adventure. Traveling every morning to the next show in a van, the trunk of which was big enough to hold our personal bags and gear. The backline was provided by the supporting band Imprudent Killer, who were kind enough to share it with us, so a big thanks goes to them. Even though we had pretty nice hotels every night, so no piss-smelling moving bus bunks anymore, in terms of physical exhaustion this was much harder because of early morning lobby calls and long drives, which always resulted in lack of sleep and constant tiredness. My point being, the first sick 18 nightliner shows were much easier than the last 7 van hotel gigs. That's why for anyone who hasn't experienced it yet, a nightliner makes touring a vacation.
Tip number 77. A tough no days off tour in a nightliner can be less tiring than a van hotel's flight trip, even with gaps between gigs.
For unexplainable reasons, I vowed to endure this whole 7 gigs tour wearing flip-flops all the time. Maybe I was trying really hard to channel the nice warm Spanish weather to completely cure my ongoing sickness. I've shown my resolve to everyone even when we took a band photo somewhere in the middle of a desert on that trip. Anyway, no warmth can cure your cold without the help of some much needed strong drugs that I've finally managed to acquire in Barcelona with the help of our trusted tour manager Javier, whom I'd like to give a huge shout out at this point for taking care of us and driving, babysitting us for a week. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to do any interesting sightseeing in Spain at all due to the lack of time. Single exciting activity I did was sacrificing a few precious hours of sleep to visit the Atlantic Ocean beach in Vigo, which I had no energy or time for, but hey, I deserved it. Once again, swimming in the cold water was reckless, but thankfully it didn't have any serious consequences. Maybe at this point I already just felt that I'm almost home. What doesn't kill me makes me stronger, right? My first time experiencing the Atlantic, wanted to make it count.
Do the stick trick thing. That was cool.
But sure, Brian can do much better.
Yes. I just don't feel the need to prove myself.
Yeah, of course.
One last major thing to mention about this tour is that the show in Portugal got moved to Salamanca last minute. After the final show in Madrid, 25 consecutive gigs at this point, it was time to fly back home to Vienna for a few days in order to do some much needed laundry before hitting Mexico for the last 3 gigs. Time to say goodbye here, wrapping up this episode, and I'll see you next time with the final part of this chapter where we're gonna take the extremes of death metal touring to a whole new level in Mexico with the stress of a missed intercontinental flight, losing a whole month's worth of tour pay, and much more.
I f***ed up big time.
Thanks for watching, take care till then, Eugene out. Impressed by this precision? Me too! This is all achievable thanks to the Foot Blaster triggers. Make sure that you head to footblaster.com and use the code Eugene in order to get a discount for your next Foot Blaster trigger purchase. And no wonder considering the legends this venue hosted.
Das ist der DJ Podolstak, Junge!
No doubt about it, a 5-star hotel.